Hi, I'm AJ Hoge from Business English Conversations. Welcome to rule number 2 for excellent business English conversations. Now, rule number 2 may also surprise you. Rule number 2 is simple. Do not study grammar rules. Do not study grammar rules. Now, this rule surprises a lot of people because in schools, in textbooks, all over the world, what do most teachers focus on? Grammar rules. What do most English students focus on in the world? Grammar rules. We know this is true. Most English students spend years studying English grammar rules. The question is that effective? Does that work? Well, just look around you. Can most people speak business English in an excellent, confident, correct way? No, they cannot. Most people cannot. Most people, even if they study years, 6 years, 8 years, 10 years, they still cannot use English confidently and correctly in business situations or even in normal conversations. And grammar rule study is probably the biggest reason for that problem. So let's think about this and think about why studying grammar rules is a bad idea. Now, if you're writing, so let's say you're going to write a letter in English, is it okay to think about grammar rules? It's okay, actually. It's not that bad. Why? The simple reason is time. You have plenty of time. You can write a letter, then you can look at it, and then you can look for mistakes. You can then find a grammar book if you want, and you can look up the rules, and then you can change your mistakes. You can take your letter and show it to another person. Ask them to read it and to help you. And in this way, you can take hours or even days to write your letter and make sure that it's perfect. You have plenty of time, so yes, you can think about grammar rules. It's okay. But what happens in a real conversation, especially a business conversation? Maybe you have a job interview. Maybe you're negotiating, you're talking to another company to make a deal, to sell something or buy something. Maybe you're talking to a customer who's unhappy or has a problem. In these situations, everything happens very, 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 very fast. That other person is speaking to you very quickly at a normal conversational speed. You need to understand everything instantly. No time to be translating in your head, no time to be thinking about grammar rules. You then need to answer or respond or speak quickly, automatically, naturally, and correctly. You need to do this instantly. There is no time for thinking. If you start to think about grammar rules, you look like this. Have you seen people speaking English like this? They're always doing that when they're trying to think about what to say. That's because they're thinking too much about the language. There's no time to think about English when you're speaking it. It needs to be natural. It needs to just come out automatically, easily, naturally. When you speak your own language, that's what happens. When you speak your language, you're not thinking about grammar rules. You know the grammar rules deep inside because you learned them naturally. You did not study them and analyze them. So this is so important, especially in business. Right? In business, you need to appear confident. You need to look confident. You need to look strong. You need to look intelligent. You don't want to be pausing and thinking and looking up and trying to remember what to say. You don't want to be stopping and trying to remember what grammar point you should use. That makes you look terrible in a business conversation. It's not what you want. You also don't want to speak using bad, incorrect English grammar. That also makes you look bad in business. So you need to learn grammar in a natural way. And I'll talk a little more in the future about how you can do that, but the main thing you need to do now for Rule 2 is stop studying grammar rules. Throw away your grammar books. Throw away your English grammar books. Stop doing that. It's just confusing you. It's causing you to speak more slowly, less naturally. You need to learn English grammar in a very natural way. Stop studying grammar rules. That's rule number 2 for excellent business English conversations. All right, I'll see you again for rule number 3.